Hey Jerome, this is a continuation of that first video. Sorry about that. My camera decided to run out of film. My phone there. Anyway, okay, as I was saying, after you've put that last strand through the little loop that you've got on your fall here, okay, you're going to pull all these strands tight. And now you can do this preferably on yours with pliers because your strands are much shorter than what I've got here. You're going to pull them very, very tight, and you're going to look on the back side, and you're going to see that this is pretty good. I hope I'm doing an okay job with this. This is kind of sucky. All right, let's put that back in there. All right, now, after you've got that, you're going to take that little strand here. You're going to make sure that last knot's tight. Pull it through the loop, like so. Then you're going to take your fall, and in my case, I'm going to take some pliers. I'm going to grip the very little end here, and I'm going to pull it down and through to where you'll see here that the green cinches up, the fall cinches up on the knot. Now you're going to take the fall part where your cracker will be attached, and your hand right here, and you're going to pull tight, like that. And you're going to make sure everything is very tight. Just like so. Now, as you've done this, as you've done each strand, the shortest to the longest around the knot, your strand should be pretty close to being the same length. And what I like to do is I like to trim my little tassel, little strands here to the length of what your little fall part is. In this case, I'll go ahead and it'll be different for you though because yours is already predetermined because you've already had the whip braided and finished. I'll cut those off like that. Okay. And you'll take a lighter and you'll melt the ends. Let me get a lighter right quick. Alright, here we go. You'll take a lighter, light the ends, like so. And you'll take also, now like I said, in your case, because your whip has already been predetermined, you may not need to cut any of these strands or this strand here. But in my case, I'm going to trim it, and I'm going to leave about 3/4 of an inch on there, just like that, on the back side. And you'll light that, melt that strand, like so. Now, I'm not sure what color string you're going to have, but what I would like to do, and like I said, make sure this is all tightened. If you have to, take some pliers on the end of these and just pull extremely tightly, and it'll cinch this knot up real nice and tight. To further make this a nice little fall hitch, take yourself a string again, and you can tie yourself a whipping right here where the fall comes out of the fall hitch, and cinch it down real tight. Make sure that's a solid knot. Then snip off the ends, maybe 1/4 inch or so, and then you'll take a lighter and you'll light those ends and fuse them, and that way this thing will not want to work its way out. And the thing is, I find that with this type of fall hitch, it's a very strong fall hitch, but if you do a lot of heavy, hard cracking, over time it will loosen itself up. And by doing that little whipping right here, it'll keep that from wanting to loosen up. And I'll go ahead and show you right now how to do that fall, or I'm sorry, that whipping right there on the fall. Let me go ahead and grab another piece of string here. Okay. All right. We can actually do this one of two ways. I prefer to do it directly on the fall, but if you want, you can do it right across all the strands, your little strands here off the whip and your fall. I'm going to show you how to do it right on the fall itself. Now do like you did in the beginning. We grab a piece of string with two ends, one in your finger like so, and then the other two over here. Lay it down. Now right across where the two are, the two green there, you're going to take the right hand again, and you're going to wrap it around as close to where the fall hitch is as possible. Excuse me. Like that. And you'll see what I'm doing there. Oops. Move my camera there. And wrap around again. Preferably try to use some black cord when you do this. It won't be as obvious and show as much. Okay. Then of course you take your little loop over here in your left hand, and then you take the loose strand in your right hand, and of course you put it right through that little loop, like so. And then you take the other strand and you pull it tight. Make sure that that knot is real nice and snug right there. And you're going to pull it real tight, like so. Okay. Then you're going to take your scissors, snip it off right there. Take your lighter, melt those little ends, and then make sure that oops, that's not quite what I wanted. Just before it melts all the way to the knot, you want to put it out so that it fuses to the fall there. And you're going to do the same thing with this end here, just like so, and then okay. And this is kind of an idea as to what you're going to want. You see, just like that. Now, what you want to do now is after you finish this knot here, and yours is going to look a lot better than this, I guarantee you. This just looks kind of basic, and yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cut this little whipping off right here that held your braiding in place. All right, I'm going to take a little razor blade, slice that off like so, and there you go. Now your little tassels may be a little longer than this or a little shorter depending on how far up the braiding you've done. But when you're finished, and like I said too, you have two more to do in addition to these four, so you'll be a little bit further down. And if you want to, that little piece of Dacron, the black piece on your braiding, you can do that one first, or you can do it last to where it's the one that tucks up through your fall here. Anyway, basically that's essentially it. It's a pretty simple thing. If you have any trouble with this video, let me know. I'll try to make another one for you, or like I said, if you have any problems, you just send the whip back to me and we'll go from there. But I think you'll be able to get this. And it's a great thing to know when you have whips down in the future, nylon whips, especially if you get any more from me, that you'll be able to repair as necessary. Again, Jerome, thank you for purchasing my whips. It's very appreciated. And I'm glad that you're having fun with them, and hopefully the people that see them in your shows enjoy them too. Thank you again, Jerome. Bye.